Hello, everyone. I am Pastor Jamara J. Smith, and it is my desire to help you find your purpose, fulfill your destiny, and to have successful relationships in every area of your life. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that you can be a part of the Jam fam. Well, listen, today is day 4 of 11 at 11, where I come on every day in July at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 11 minutes of motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. So we are on day 4. Today is the 4th of July. I'm sure people already have plans. I don't know what you have going on. You may be getting ready for a cookout. You may be preparing a meal. You may just want to relax today. You may be cleaning the house. Today may be a day for you to clean or meal prep or whatever it is that you decide to do. I'm so glad that you are here with me on the 4th of July for your 11 minutes of inspiration. And speaking of the 4th of July, where we're celebrating freedom, I want us to take in consideration the things that are going on around us in the political realm. It's so very important for us to make our votes count this year. And not just for the presidential election. You should be voting in every aspect of your life. The presidential election is something that, we do every 4 years, but there are also elections held in your city, in your county, on a regular basis, on a yearly basis. And you definitely want to be counted among those voting in your local districts, because the way that it works is when you vote locally, those are the things that affect you locally in your house, where you're driving, the roads, who's in leadership, who can say this amount of money is allotted for this park to be built, or this amount of money is allotted for this particular pothole to be repaired, or whatever the case may be. That's where you want to vote locally. It's not just every 4 years for the presidential race. You also want to be voting locally for your particular district. And I want you to understand that your voice matters. Your vote matters. And so when we vote, that means that we're speaking for ourselves. Whether you decide to vote or not, somebody is speaking for you. If you choose not to vote, somebody is going to vote, and whatever the majority is, that's going to be the person that's going to be the spokesperson for your district, for your location, for your area. So if you don't vote, then you don't have a say. Sometimes when I get in conversations with people and they're talking politics, and then I ask, well, did you vote? You don't have to tell me who you voted for, but I'll say, well, did you vote? And they say, oh, I don't do that. My vote doesn't matter. Then I will simply say, with love, then our conversation is over. There's no reason for me to speak to you about something that you had no input in whatsoever, except for running your mouth. Running your mouth is only going to get you but so far. You have to put action. And I even spoke on that yesterday, where I talked about James 1:22, be ye doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. You can't sit around and complain. Well, you can sit around and complain about life, about things that are going on in your area, in your district. But if you didn't do anything about it, then you're wasting my time. I personally just don't even want to have a conversation about it with you, because when you had a chance to do something about it, you decided to sit it out. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I am just going to simply say, do your research and make sure that your voice counts by casting your vote, so that whatever it is you're trusting and believing God for, vote is going to matter, because you decided to make it matter by taking the time out of your day to vote. And it's very important that your voice be heard. And another thing that I wanted to discuss is that sometimes don't get into conflict with people who want to argue. I'm the type of person that if I feel like if I talk to you about a subject or a topic, a controversial topic or of discussion, and you're just going to argue about it instead of just plainly laying out your points, then I'm just not even going to engage in a conversation with you, because I know that it's going to turn into an argument. It's actually not a conversation. It's just going to be an argument. And you got to pick and choose your battles. And that's something that also you can take into relationship. If you're in a relationship with your partner and you know that saying something is going to trigger them, Why would you say it when you know that you're just saying it to get a reaction out of them? We got to pick and choose our battles. That is in the natural realm with relationship. That is in the spiritual realm, because the Bible says to cast all of our cares onto him. So when we give it to God, we can't take it back, or we shouldn't take it back. Some of us do. We'll pray about it, and then we'll get out of our prayer closet and get right on the phone, call somebody and be like, girl, you know what? I'm this. And you know what? I heard about that. Wait a minute. I thought you just gave it to God. So what you really did is you prayed and you gave it to God, and then you got on the phone and you picked it right back up. So you just wasted your time, because when you cast your cares on God, that means you let it go. You give it to God. Let him figure it out. You don't get on your knees and pray and then get on the phone and complain about your bills and say, I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay this, or I don't know how I'm going to do this, that, and the third. You're speaking that out of your mouth. You don't know how, or you don't have to know how, because you gave it to God. Let God figure it out. He's going to figure it out for you. So sometimes, like I said, pick and choose your battles, spiritually and in the natural realm and relationally. Everything is not an argument. And I wasn't even going to get on this. I wasn't even going to talk about this right now today, but for some reason, I'm just being led to talk about that. You're going to be around family and friends today. You're going to be gathered around, and with everything that's going on, the controversy, especially with the debate that just had, the presidential debate that just happened, and everything is kind of like up in the air, questions. There's no certainty. So a lot of times you're going to talk about that with family and friends while you get together today for the 4th of July. And I'm telling you right now, I'm preparing you in advance. Pick and choose your battles. Everything is not an argument, and everything does not need to be discussed, because first and foremost, you don't want to destroy your peace, and you don't want to destroy somebody else's peace. You don't have to agree, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. If you feel like when you're gathered around family and friends on today, celebrating however you feel you want to do on the 4th of July, and then the topics come up, because that's what you're going to be doing today. You're going to be eating and talking, eating, fellowshipping, and talking. And so in the midst of that, just keep it in mind, in the back of your head, what Pastor Jamara just said. You need to pick and choose your battles. Everything is not worth discussing. Everything is not an argument. Keep the peace on today. Keep your peace on today. You know, love your family, love your friends. You don't want to get into an argument on today over political reasons. You don't want to get in an argument over things that you don't need to even discuss with somebody that you know is going to turn into an argument. What's the point in having a discussion with somebody when you know they completely disagree with what you are about to say out of your mouth, but yet and still you're going to say it anyway just to cause a scene, just to prove a point, just to say that you're right because you think you're right, even if you may be wrong. Keep the peace on today. You know, walk in love. 1 Corinthians 13, walk in love, joy, peace, long-suffering, meekness, temperance in everything that we do, even in casual conversations and casual gatherings such as today. Just watch what you say out of your mouth. You don't want to destroy relationships on today. And I just feel that so strongly for somebody, that you're going to be in situations today that the enemy will use somebody else to destroy your peace. You're going to be in a wonderful mood, a good mood, ready to fellowship with friends and family. And here come the enemy using somebody, using a family member, using a friend to say something to you, or say something to your kid, or say something to your spouse that's going to get you upset and mad. That's not what you want. That's not what we want to happen on today. Today, we want to walk in love. Today, oh, thanks, Pa. My father just bought me lunch. Isn't that a blessing? You need to make sure that you honor your parents, because you never know, what may happen. So honor them and cherish them while they are here. You may not always get along with whatever your parents may say, but you make sure that you respect and honor them so that your days will be long on the earth. No matter what they say, keep your peace. keep your mouth closed because you do not want to miss any blessings that God has for you. And that's a prime example of what I was just talking about. You need to keep the peace, no matter what the situation may be. And so whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, walk in love, walk in honor, honor your elders, honor those who went before you. Even if you don't agree with the way that they do things, with the way that they say you should do things, how they tell you to act or whatever the case may be. Honor your elders, and more importantly, honor your mother and your father so that all will be well with you. Don't get into any disagreements with your family members and friends on today. It's not worth it. It's not worth your peace. It's not worth their peace. Walk in love on today. That is the word of inspiration for today. Walk in love in every situation that you're in on today. And if you would like to receive Jesus as your Lord and Savior, according to Romans 10:9-10, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus died on the cross, then you shall be saved. And the angels are rejoicing in heaven, and your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. It is an honor and a privilege to have you with me on today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on July 5th. Tomorrow you'll see me at 12 noon because every first Friday I come to you at 12 noon. Every first Friday of the month. So for the month of July only, I've been coming to you at 11 a.m. every single day. But on tomorrow, you'll see me at 12 noon for your inspirational word, motivation, and to empower you and prosper you in your day. Again, I am Pastor Jamara J. Smith. Thank you so much for joining me on today, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon. Bye-bye.